Time ago, the United States military began major combat operations in Iran.
February 28, 2026. Tensions in the Middle East have reached a critical point as the United States dramatically increases its military presence across the region, following a sharp escalation involving Israel and Iran. In a nationally televised address earlier today, President Donald Trump confirmed that American forces have begun what he described as major combat operations, targeting strategic military infrastructure linked to Iran's missile and nuclear programs. The president stated that the action was taken after intelligence assessments concluded that regional threats had reached what officials called an imminent danger threshold. Massive U.S. military buildup. Over the past several weeks, the Pentagon quietly assembled one of the largest American force concentrations in the Middle East in more than a decade. The deployment includes multiple aircraft carrier strike groups, guided missile destroyers equipped with advanced air defense systems, long-range bombers positioned at regional bases, additional fighter squadrons and aerial refueling aircraft, thousands of U.S. service members relocated to forward operating bases. Defense officials say the objective is deterrence, to protect American personnel, defend allied nations, and maintain stability in vital maritime corridors such as the Strait of Hormuz. Satellite imagery circulating among defense analysts shows expanded flight operations and heightened activity at several U.S. bases across the Gulf region. Israeli coordination and joint operations. Israeli officials confirmed coordinated operations targeting facilities they describe as directly tied to Iran's military expansion and missile stockpiles. While operational details remain classified, regional observers report precision strikes aimed at infrastructure believed to support weapons development and logistics networks. Air defense systems across Israel were placed on maximum alert shortly after the first wave of operations began. Iranian retaliation. Within hours, Iran launched retaliatory missile strikes aimed at U.S. military installations hosted by Gulf states. Several countries temporarily closed their airspace as defensive systems intercepted incoming projectiles. Early reports indicate limited structural damage, though regional governments have activated emergency response protocols. Iranian state media declared the strikes a proportional response and warned that further escalation would follow if operations continue. Global reactions. World leaders have reacted swiftly. European governments are calling for emergency diplomatic talks, while oil markets have surged amid fears of supply disruptions. The United Nations Security Council is expected to convene an emergency session. Military analysts warn that miscalculation on either side could trigger a broader regional conflict involving proxy forces operating across Lebanon, Syria, Iraq, and Yemen. Energy markets are already responding. Crude oil prices spiked sharply in early trading, reflecting concerns that instability could disrupt one of the world's most critical energy transit routes. Strategic implications. The current escalation represents one of the most serious confrontations between Washington and Tehran in years. Experts say the presence of high-end air power, naval strike assets, and missile defense systems significantly raises both deterrence capability and the risk of rapid escalation. Key strategic questions now include: could regional proxy groups widen the conflict? How long can military deterrence prevent full-scale war. For now, U.S. officials maintain that the objective remains de-escalation through strength. However, with forces on high alert and retaliatory strikes underway, the Middle East stands at one of its most dangerous crossroads in recent history.